So what's going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 97 of our Portsmouth career mode on the PS4 FIFA 15, and we're going to be kicking off this episode with a game up against Everton at Goodison Park, and it's going to be a very difficult game, and they do have a player that we would like to sign in the up and coming few games, which is the likes of Luke Garbutt, who is currently left back. He can also play left midfield, but I think he'll be a great replacement for Lucas Digne because I'm not really convinced too much about him so far. But the first chance of the game does actually fall to Everton, but they slot the ball wide of the post in the 53rd minute. But some poor defending from us there. Nicholas Gorka gives the ball away. It comes to McGeady. He cuts inside, but thankfully Scuffett matches it with a really good save and manages to push the ball out wide for a corner. But we do then have a good chance to put ourselves in the lead. Lukaku has a shot. It gets deflected. It comes to Halilovic. He does very well to skip past the defender and get there just before the goalkeeper to toe poke it past Robles in the Everton net, and thankfully Alan Halilovic scores a very crucial goal which hopefully can get us the 3 points in the remaining of the game. But in the 90th minute to actually get the ball, we failed to get the ball clear, but thankfully Morales does actually only hit the post and the ball ends up going out wide and nothing comes out of it, and that's actually how the game finished. So we ended up picking up a good 3 points up against Everton there, but were going to have an extremely difficult game at home against Juventus in the Champions Cup group stage. Once again, a very, very difficult game, but I was really hoping we'd come out on top. As you see there, if we beat Juventus, we would currently go top of the group stage, which is basically our main aim, which then will probably help us get a easier tie in the up and coming sections of the Champions Cup. But I'm sorry this is going to be a shorter episode than usual. The reason being is because, as you guys do know, episode number 100 is coming up very, very soon in just 3 episodes time. So to actually get it to work properly, I had to make one of the episodes shorter, and it just happened to be this was the episode that was going to be a little bit shorter than the rest, which is only going to be just under the 5-minute mark, which it still isn't too short, but I'm sure you guys will want to be seeing videos that are a little bit longer than that. But the first goal of the game does actually fall to us, and our number 32, Vitinho, our centre attacking mid, does actually get the ball. We play the ball out wide from the corner, lovely work routine, and he smashes the ball past the Juventus goalkeeper and into the back of net, and I was very pleased there. But Kingsley Coman gets a good chance in the 68th minute to double our lead. He has a shot, but this time the goalkeeper does actually make a good save, and unfortunately that was actually how the game finished. So we ended up winning the game 1-0 against Juventus, and we did in fact top the group, which is fantastic to see. In our first year in the Champions Cup, we actually topped the group, and that is absolutely, I was really pleased that we managed to do that. We do end up, as you see here, offering some contracts to some new players because we don't want them to be leaving, and as we've got a little bit of money spare left over, we thought we might as well offer some few contracts to make sure we don't find ourselves in any trouble anytime soon. But the last game of this episode was going to be at St James's Park up against Newcastle, and as you see there, Newcastle are currently sitting 3 points behind us, so if they'd actually win, they would go right under our tails, and we had to do our very best to try and win this game against Newcastle, otherwise we could make our job very difficult for ourselves. But we did actually put out our strongest possible squad for this one, and I was really hoping we can try and pick up the good result. But I'm sorry about the lack of uploads as well. The reason being is because I've had so much football. I've had training with 3 different teams, playing with 3 different teams, and I just haven't had the time, plus school in between all that. So I'm going to try and find some time now as I'm on Easter to try and upload. In the first week, I'm probably going to be probably routine will probably be around about Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So 5 videos a week, which I'm hoping you guys will appreciate, which I try my very best to try and do. But unfortunately for us in this game, an absolutely howler from Simone Scuffett. It wasn't really his fault, it was the game. EA once again fucking up. As you see there, he comes out, completely misses the ball, and then dives backward, and instead of catching the ball, he parries it straight into the path of Eduardo Vargas, and he has the easiest finish of the season and probably of his career as he gets handed to it on a plate. But Lukaku has a good chance to get ourselves straight back on level terms. He does try and strike the ball, but unfortunately the goalkeeper makes a fantastic save, and the ball then gets pushed out, and that's actually how the game finished. So unfortunately we ended up losing the game 1-0 due to a very difficult, a very bad goalkeeping error from Scuffett. That's just going to be how this episode finishes. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit the like button down below, as you'd be very much appreciated, and I really do hope seeing you next time very, very soon for the next episode of the Portsmouth, Inter, or maybe Tottenham career mode. Thank you. Bye bye.